The bears can't break support and the bulls take back control of the market. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay guys, so in yesterday's video, we were looking for a pullback from the bears, but we gave the caveat that the bears needed to break that 40-80 support level, that neckline on the head and shoulders, in order to do that, or the bulls could push this higher. The bears were unable to break that support, and the bulls ran it higher for the rest of the day. Now the question is, how high can the bulls push this? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, with the bears failing at the 40-80 level several times, the bulls took control and ran it higher. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPX chart. So we're not on the futures yet. We're going to look at those in just a minute. But the SPX does have a little bit of a cleaner structure to look at to give us a better idea of how high we could potentially go and where our failure points are. So off of the high, okay, we came down and made the low, and I told you yesterday in the video that if the bears were going to follow through and make that pullback we were looking for, they needed to break through 40-80, and I thought they would do it given that we didn't get an impulsive move up and they sold off pretty hard heading down into that structure, but they were unable to break that support level, and when one side fails, the other side usually takes over and takes control, and that's what happened. The bulls raced it higher. So the way we're looking at this is that wave one up is only a 3-wave structure, so we are in a diagonal looking set here where we got ABC up for 1, ABC down for 2 very clear 3-wave structures. We got A, B, and we're working on C for 3 right now. And we hit the 1, 2, 3, 6 here for wave 3 of C, which is a very common target, and then they started to sell a little bit right into the close. We'll see if they follow through overnight to complete this little wave 4 pullback, okay? And that should hold 41.35, but ultimately the bulls need to hold 41.27 on the SPX. Okay, so that's the SPX number 41.26, 27, whatever you want to say here. They need to hold this level, the bottom of the pivot, to continue this move up. So they started to sell off. When we look at the futures here, we'll see where they're at with that. But that's kind of what we're looking at here, is this move up in 3 to just over the 1, 2, 3, 6. And they started the pullback here potentially for 4. Now, they can still extend this higher. If we don't get a deep enough pullback here, they can continue higher as wave 3s do extend. Okay, but they are trying to build a diagonal up for this wave 5 towards 4,200. So that's the case for the bulls. Now, for the bears, we look at this as an A wave down in 3 here, pretty clean 3-wave structure, and then an A, B, C up for expanded B wave, and then you'd look for the C wave to come down and break this 41.26, 27 level on the SPX. If they can break that, then it looks like we may be starting the C wave down, and the move up has failed to make it all the way to the 4,200 level. So those are the 2 potential counts that we're looking at. Again, they can push this directly higher. 41.72 would be the next target, then 41.87, but we would look for a pullback to hold the pivot, which is the 41.26 level, and then a move higher up towards that 41.87 level to complete 3 of 3, or all of 3, then wave 4 and 5 up towards that 4,200 level. For the bulls and bears, both of them, the line in the sand is 41.26, 27 on the SPX. Bulls need to stay above it to stay in control, and the bears want to break below it to take back control of the market. Okay, so let's jump over the futures and see what's going on real quick there. Okay, so on the futures here, we see the selling we got at the close, and since then they've basically been flat, trading sideways here. We'll see if they can get a pullback or not, or if they're going to continue to push higher from here. So again, the line in the sand is 41.26.7 on the SPX chart, and if the bulls can hold that, we should look higher. If the bears can break it, we should look lower. All right, over on the NASDAQ, okay, we have a similar type structure where we don't have impulsive moves off of this low right here. They were also unable to break that low in the overnights, obviously, as we continued to push higher. So without an impulsive move, this is an ABC up for 1, an ABC down for 2. And it looks like wave 3 is done here, and they're starting to pull back in wave 4, which should target around the 13,143 area. And then ultimately, they should push up towards 13,421, or even a little higher up towards that 13,500 area to complete this A wave, or potentially this wave 3 we've been talking about. And I do have to say, the higher they push this, the more I lean towards it being wave 3 with a wave 4 pullback in orange, because the bulls have pushed well beyond the 1.0 extension, which is a typical target for an ABC up for an A wave. So when they push higher than that, It does look like a wave 3 more than an ABC, so we'll see what happens on the pullback, but the orange count is starting to move forward in probability. So for our line in the sand on the NASDAQ, we're looking at the 13,077 to 13,036 area, but you really want them to hold the 13,077. If it breaks below that, should be a warning to the bulls that the move up may be failing, but they can go as low as the 13,036 level. And remember, this is a diagonal, so if they do, it doesn't matter that they cross over wave 1 because that is actually a hallmark of a diagonal. So wave 4 crossing into wave 1 territory is not a big deal in this instance, as we do have corrective moves in all 3 waves. Again, if they can't hold that level and it breaks down below that, okay, then it's more likely that the bears are taking over and we're seeing a move down. And you should see some pretty sharp selling given that this is a diagonal on the way up. And so when diagonals are done, they usually retrace very, very sharply and very quickly. So that'll be an indication that we have reached the top, is a break of the 13,036 level with some pretty sharp selling involved. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it will take you right over to the website. Once you're over there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans and they both come with a 7-day free trial so that you can get in there, make sure you love it, and make sure you're part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you're looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method. It's an excellent trading style where you get you in very cheap and you can get very big multiples on your money. It's a very unique style that you kind of have to see to understand, which is another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. We also have a challenge account where you put $4,000 into a small account and trades using disciplined trading methods and mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, building a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. The bulls are in control. They need to hold this 14,126, 127 level on the SPX on any pullbacks, and they can push higher from there. If it breaks below 14,126, 127, then the bears can take back control and push it down. Over on the NASDAQ, we're looking to set up towards this 13,400 to 13,500 level. They need to hold the 13,036 to 13,077 levels. If they can hold that, the bulls are in control and can still push higher. However, if that 13,036 breaks, it is a warning sign that the bears are going to take back control, and we should see some sharp selling from there. That is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.